Hello and welcome to English Unleashed 2026. My name is Mike, and it is a pleasure to have you with us today. This is the podcast where we explore the English language in fun and interesting ways. As always, I am joined by my wonderful co host, the brilliant and energetic Laura. Hello, Laura.
Hey, Mike, and hey, everyone listening. So excited for today's episode.
Me too, because today we are talking about something very interesting. We are talking about generations. I am, well, a little older, and Laura, you are from what they call Gen Z.
That's right, born and raised with the internet. So today we're going to talk about how our two generations see the world. It's the Great Generation Gap Showdown.
A showdown indeed, but a friendly one. Let's start with something simple. Communication, how we talk to each other. When I was young, if you wanted to talk to a friend, you had two options. You could call them on the telephone.
Okay, a landline, got it.
Yes, the phone was attached to the wall with a cord. Or you could write them a letter. You would write on paper, put it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, and mail it. It would take days to arrive.
Wow, days. I can't imagine. For me, I almost never call people. It's a lot. It feels so formal. We text or send a DM, a direct message, on social media. It's instant. I can talk to 5 friends at once.
But do you feel you connect with them? With a letter, you took time. You thought about your words. On the phone, you could hear their voice, their laugh, their sadness.
Totally, but we have other ways to show emotion. We use emojis, the little happy faces or hearts, and GIFs, those little moving pictures. They can say a lot. Actually, there's a funny rule in texting. If you end a text message with a period, a full stop, it can seem angry or passive aggressive.
You're joking. A period means you're angry? I thought it just meant the end of a sentence. See, I am learning already. I must seem very angry in my text messages.
Probably. You have to use an exclamation mark or a smiley face to show you're friendly. It's a whole new language.
It certainly is. Okay, let's move to our next topic work, our careers. My father worked at the same company for 40 years. He started at the bottom and he worked his way up. It was a job for life. That was the goal.
A job for life? That sounds kind of boring, no offense.
Untaken. It was about stability, security. You were loyal to your company, and the company was loyal to you.
Right. I think for my generation, it's very different. People change jobs every few years. It's normal. You do it to get a higher salary or learn new skills or just to try something new.
So loyalty is not as important.
It's not that. It's more that we're loyal to our own personal growth. And many of us have a side hustle.
A side hustle. What is that?
It's a second job you do in your free time, usually something you're passionate about. Like, my friend is an accountant during the day, but at night she sells handmade jewelry online. That's her side hustle.
That's fascinating. So you have your main job and then your passion project that also makes money.
Exactly. It's also about work-life balance. We want to work hard, but we also want time for our lives, our hobbies, our friends. We don't want to just live for the weekend. The goal is to enjoy every day.
I think that is a wonderful goal, a very healthy way to look at life. It's definitely a big change from the idea of working 50 hours a week for 50 years.
Yeah, a huge change.
All right, this brings us to our third and final topic how we get information. The news. Every morning, for as long as I can remember, I read the newspaper, a physical paper made of, well, paper.
I don't think I've ever bought a newspaper in my life. I mean, I've seen them, but all my news is on my phone.
So, where do you get it from? Do you go to the websites of famous newspapers?
Sometimes, but mostly I see it on social media, on Twitter or Instagram or even TikTok. News finds me, I don't find it. An important story will be shared by thousands of people, so I see it on my feed.
On TikTok? But isn't that for dancing videos and funny clips?
It is, but it's also a huge source of information now. Journalists and experts make short videos explaining complex topics. You can learn about politics or science in 60 seconds.
My concern would be, how do you know if it's true? In a newspaper, there are editors and fact checkers. On the internet, anyone can say anything. What about fake news?
That's a really good point, and it's a big problem. You have to be digitally literate. That means you have to learn how to check sources, compare different reports, and think critically about what you see. You can't just believe everything.
So you have to be your own editor.
Pretty much, yeah. The good thing is you can get news from all over the world, from so many different perspectives instantly. The bad thing is you have to work harder to find the truth.
You know, this conversation makes me think about another area where things have completely changed. Entertainment. How we watch movies and TV shows.
Oh, that's a huge one. Let me guess, you used to go to a store to rent movies?
Exactly, a video rental store. You'd walk around, look at the boxes, and pick a movie to take home for a night or two. You had to rewind the tapes before you returned them. Well, this has been incredibly eye-opening, Laura. From communication to careers to news, it seems our worlds are very different, but also not so different in what we value: connection, happiness, and truth.
I totally agree, Mike. The methods have changed, but the goals are the same. And I think both generations can learn a lot from each other. Maybe I'll try calling my friend this week, and maybe you can check out a news story on TikTok.
Perhaps I will. It sounds like a good challenge. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you all so much for listening to English Unleashed 2026. We hope you enjoyed our conversation and maybe learned a new word or two.
Join us next time for more fun with English. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.